Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
I just noticed she's grabbing at her hair.
Yeah, she does that when she's scared. Okay, then let's compare it to your hands, shall we? I'll clear everything up, right?
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it. Then you killed Sakura! Alright, what does Byakuya have to admit now? It's like, I smashed her with a bottle. So it was like, I was hiding in the locker. Byakuya, I poisoned her protein drink. Hina, I gave her the candy. Kyoko, I locked the door. Makoto, I'm confused.
That's kind of a given. No, I swear there's no way.
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again. Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early. So I went to the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw your dying message.
Oh, that's awkward.
Seriously? So after he left, I jumped out of a locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
When you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me, like a monster growling. And when I turned around,
Da-da-da-da!
wrong eye. There was Sakura, covered in blood, and staring right at me. When I saw that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazine. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Her? You mean...
Achoo! Haha! Guess who's back?
It was your fault after all!
My fault. Edward's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morosa and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully, when someone shook me awake. Was the prince paying me a visit, I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see...
Da-da-da-da!
Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle.
Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible!
No, she's terrible. Thanks to her, I murdered someone who was an adorable boy for the first time ever. And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you? I wasn't about to die for some woman. If I'm gonna go down, it ought to be for killing Edgeworth. What the hell?
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know. Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack no problem. Even as strong as she is, still been reeling from Yuya's attack.
Hey, come on. That's, Anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre, so that's good. So that's good? Keep talking like that and Hina's gonna... Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote. Huh? Well, for sure you'd have some words for Hero on that one. What's wrong? Come on, everyone. We're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
I also have to confess that I went to the meeting and did something. Huh? Not yet. Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd? Huh?
Hero's attack and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
It wasn't?
Tell your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Gaggle? Well, your wish is my command, darling.
It's not over yet, is it?
That's better than the other word, thank God.
The one who killed Sakura is... Stats Sakura's body, yellow power. Alright, I'll figure out what it is after we see the stuff here.
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. You smashed your head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her right there in front of the shelf.
Damn it, I thought I could get it this first go around, because I could already tell what that is. The second shot from Toko. Yeah, okay. I already can tell what it is. Because she was in the chair. And no way could you have lifted her up. We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer. Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
It has to be it. The evidence that proves there was an attack in front of the magazine shelf. The bloodstain.
Got it in one.
Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The bloodstain by the magazines is proof of that. She must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it, because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now. Look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case hasn't come to an end?
Wait, if she can't carry anything heavier than this bodies.
Huh? I'm pretty sure she was exaggerating.
I know, but still.
I'm pretty sure it was an exaggeration, and just the point is she couldn't move Sakura's body, which is almost certainly true.
Yeah, definitely.
Because normally she kills, like, as she puts it, adorable boys. So presumably guys around her age, which she could probably move with a little bit of difficulty. Bearing in mind muscle is heavier than fat, Sakura probably couldn't have been moved by any of us. Except maybe Hina, just because she's also an athlete. But
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been settled.
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
Are you sure about that?
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group. No, I don't think that's possible. The reason there's no way Toko was hiding in the locker is because I was in the locker! It was me! I saw it for myself. We saw it when we looked through the window that the locker was already open.
Uh-huh.
Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there. Okay, then where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyways?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her, thank you very much.
You're lying!
No, she's not. I've been saying all along there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And?
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
It's because you're overlooking vital information.
Could we really be missing something so important? If there's another possible explanation. Maybe it's...
Poison.
I mean, we did look in the chem lab, didn't we?
What did the file say?
What was it that killed Ogre? Well, let's get through this first. If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it? There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
So you're dead set on blaming me, huh? Was that a pun?
Probably. Alright, Monokuma file. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. At some point, the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood.
So it's the one thing that was shown then?
It could also be... I'm gonna double check what Awie's account was.
No, that was when they
Okay, that was just the notes, so yeah.
There.
Not the evidence I would have used on that, but alright. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth. Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottle, she cut the inside of her mouth?
That's all it was. Oh,
It's
sorry, that's
Kyoko.
not even me.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth. You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies! Shut up. No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't...
we never found out what ultimate she was, did we?
I mean, from all that's going on, I think it's obvious that the idea is she's like ultimate detective or something, and she's just keeping it a secret or so that she's not a target or something. I accidentally skipped that, but whatever. Why did she cut her mouth?
Some sort of reaction within her body, most likely. Sakura was poisoned. Dun dun dun.
Poisoned?
That's right. So this is the conclusion I've arrived at. So there can be no mistake.
Oh, you're making me go all weak in the knees.
She was poisoned? It isn't possible.
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
It's because I was the one who poisoned her!
Which also didn't
Everyone
kill her.
quiet. Shut up and listen to Edgeworth. I almost say Edgelord.
Edgelords! Nah, man, Mondo's already dead.
No, Edgelord is next game.
Now, Edgelord is Toko. You're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along!
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle.
Wait, that was a bottle that was in the...
That was in the A cabinet, yeah.
But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. In C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
That's where the poison came from. Section C.
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Bottle of poison Bianchi just showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it. It was on the same shelf as all the supplements, I'm positive. Section A. The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it? Huh? But you just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so why?
Because the culprit switched it out, that's why.
What do you mean?
I mean this.
I couldn't believe my eyes. Bianchi put the bottle of poison to his lips and...
Huh? Edgeworth?
We were so shocked at what we were seeing, all we could do was stand there and watch. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Bianchi was as calm as ever.
Ugh, it tastes awful.
Oh no! Edgeworth's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder, it'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Oh.
Sure, do whatever you like. Get the fuck out of my line.
Kyoko took the bottle from Bianchi and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. She touched her finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Huh?
Correct. There wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder.
Hey, look, you're getting a bigger role with the character. You have the one character left.
Which makes one wonder. The poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder. Which would mean that conversely, the poison must have been in... Could it be? Ah, another Hangman's Gambit! We're actually getting these things more than once now. Protein drink, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Where's the E? There.
You need another E. It's right N, but I guess you have to do it in order.
Yeah.
Protein drink!
Protein.
Protein.
Poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. Contents of each container were switched.
Also, all this talk about supplements... Hang on.
Max wants to supplement his diet with chips. I know it's a water bottle.
Huh?
Yes.
It actually wasn't.
Yes, it was. No, that was definitely not a can.
I was taking a vitamin C supplement.
No. Lies.
It tastes like orange juice.
Yeah, I know, so does mine.
I like it.
So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink poison.
How are you so tired after drinking protein coffee?
Byakuya?
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't drink a protein coffee, he just drank the powder itself. I don't think that's how that works. Holy crap! Like, it has the protein in it, it's not gonna wake you up.
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at the scene? A protein drink.
No, a Monokuma bottle.
Here, drink this chess piece! You say they gave her a protein drink, right?
Protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
That carpet behind him kind of makes it look like he's wearing a Dracula cape. No, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try to help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who placed the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
Evidence that shows who switched them. It has to be.
The footprints.
Here we go.
Footprints in the powder.
The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints in there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of the section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to section A to swap the protein and poison, and left the bottle behind.
Finger rest.
And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they will belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now, then we'll see who.
I
Ow.
don't know.
It was me.
It was me, Austin.
It was me, Dio!
Damn it.
What?
It was Dio.
Oh, the footprints. What? They're mine.
I don't remember this part. What?
Hina? If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know? Then Ogre's killer was... Yep. I did it! I killed Sakura!
Just as I suspected. Footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Sneakers, huh? The only people wearing sneakers here are... me and Leon! We don't see the shoes a whole lot, so this would actually be a little tough if it wasn't multiple choice. Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
Do we need to...
Footprints must be... Are they yours? No.
The footprints didn't belong to Makoto. That only left one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time you've been focusing on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way.
Huh?
Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and then she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina, is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that? I found her there in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now was my chance to...
Wait,
That's what you
wait,
thought,
no.
right?
1 second. How the hell is it still a locked room then?
I think,
This-
presumably, I
likely-
think we might get to that. I don't know.
That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Hold it. I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? Still don't get it, do you? The kind of game we're playing here isn't so kind.
Shut up.
Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them.
This isn't your family.
Not a person alive would sacrifice himself for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns.
Surely, you're not. Do you honestly think Hina didn't kill her?
We're gonna go through with everybody being like, I killed her. No, I killed her. No, I killed her. No, I'm Spartacus.
And if I do,
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you could doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it. It just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
he's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina, could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched to poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter. Hina, please, I'd like to know too. Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's no one else to suspect. No one else could have possibly done it.
Are you sure about that?
Could have been you.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah, when I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay, then go on.
So then I moved
Dig
to
your hole deeper.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. Because of that, everything I did got found out, and that's it.
You noticed the issue, right?
Yeah, first off, she said before, I didn't notice, and then also she's like, I dropped it like an idiot, how would you not notice that? And B, if you dropped the poison bottle, and all the poison broke and got on the floor, how did you switch it with the protein?
There were two of the same bottle, man. Weren't there? No, one was C4, one was...
Yeah, C4 was the one that was on the ground, you're right. That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison, then moved to Section A to get the protein, right?
But the most important thing is the footprints.
Oh yeah, because the footprints were coming from the exit door. Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct? Yeah? If that's true. Isn't that a little strange? Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
I'm hungry.
It's the same thing no
Can
matter
I
how many
eat
times
you?
you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the full truth of this case.
Question, is Makoto not a pretty boy?
Footprints in the powder, chem lab shelf, source of the powder. Alright, it's probably footprints that we'll need, but anyway, First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the...
Yeah, when I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then...
I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
Shut up, Edgeworth.
Alright. Aha! No, that's wrong! You don't understand how you committed your murder at all! You said you went to get the poison from Section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right? Yeah, what about it? And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said. What? Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements? No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said? I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I left a footprint.
The background looked different.
Yeah.
Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well...
You lied to us, plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are... And the powder had already been spilled when... And you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Well, you see... Hang on, how much will this turn? I want to see. Whee!
We're going Inception on this. Would this be called Inception or what?
That was the weirdest Ferris wheel ever.
What the hell? What's going on here?
He didn't know. And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some...
Not allowed. New evidence? Impossible. There can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave...
Curse me. I did.
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital, a truly grave oversight.
Just say it already. What is it you think you found?
I found this.
Huh? A piece of glass.
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And a hidden clue was exposed thanks to you ingesting the powder. Oh my god. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
Oh? But what is it?
Didn't I tell you it was glass? Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Me? I don't understand it either. You're the detective.
All the smugness in the world on this guy.
Fine, if you really did know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
Shard of light blue glass. Kyoko found the bottle of poison. Can't remember now. Broke something the same shade of blue. The window. So it was so the window broke. I should probably do this so I'm not.
It was a broken window, yes.
So the window broke. The glass. We did see that, like, the bottle of protein powder. There was the chair blocking the door, and then it was able to be moved, and the protein powder.
Wait. The thing, this bottle, it was in the chem lab. How did it?
Well, that's what I'm getting to. The protein powder. The bottle that was supposedly of protein powder was sitting on the chair, and it fell off and landed on the glass where the chair was moved, and the window had been broken, and we were coming inside. Maybe the glass got into the bottle, and someone switched it later during the investigation.
Maybe.
It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
To the walls. Oh, there's no way glass could have gotten in that. The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
She was talking about it was in the chem bottle that was in the chem lab.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what we're getting to.
You're right, it must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of protein powder in a poison bottle? What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us, where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? According to what Hina told us, it was in section A of the shelf, right?
Yeah.
Bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle. Then everything Hina told us was a lie? In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the lab. Meanwhile, the protein Can we?
The protein can we?
I'm sorry, I thought it was supposed to be can be. The protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast.
Too much for your feeble brain.
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? You already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right?
Oh, you poor
If the can
delusional
wasn't there
fool.
when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. For your poor delusional brain. But before we do... I'm sorry.
It's just so fun to finally get back at Byakuya.
But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? It's some kind of loaded question.
A loaded gun to your head? No, not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
No, not that I can remember.
Yeah, me neither. Not me.
Same here.
Yeah, me either.
Jack, you weren't there.
Shut up.
I mean, she's not. If that's the case, she's not wrong. She didn't trip over it.
Okay, then that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Uh,
Because it was on top of the glass.
oh, come on, how could you say that? How could you know what I don't know?
The reason she could say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened.